Alright, so yeah, last time, Chihiro finished her novel, and yeah, she did a really good job. Like, again, it sounds like a really great novel, honestly. And also, she's being even cuter than usual, which I didn't think was possible, but apparently it is. Because yeah, she was being so cute after the movie and everything. But yeah, so now we're going on a date. Well, I mean, we already started our date. But yeah, we watched a movie, we had lunch, and yeah, we're having a great time. That's awesome. I'm still worried, but at least we're getting, again, this nice little silver lining, so that's good. Still concerned, though. With that, lunch ended and we left the coffee shop. It seems like it's gotten colder than it was earlier.
そうですね。
Are you alright?
大丈夫ですが、
What?
手をつないでもいいでしょうか。
Don't have to ask me twice. Chihiro was genuinely happy today. We were closer than usual, so our difference in height was obvious. It appeared as though I was being pestered by a child rather than asked by a lover. Oh well, I was happy as things were. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。
Aw. Aw, perfect. But also, that's a bit too lewd for me, just say. We nervously joined hands, his soft fingers entwined with mine, seeking warmth. No good. No good.
どうしました？
I completely forgot we were out as lovers. I took the chance to make conversation out of the movie, and we got into a deep discussion about it.
そうでした。
Did you too?
なんだかいつもと変わらず、レンジ君のそばにいるとのんびりします。
Aw. At ease. How should I take that assessment as a man? It was a little discouraging. Why? It was a little discouraging. Why is it discouraging? Well, what should we do now?
よろしければ海へ行きましょう。
The beach?
恋人は海へ行くものなんだそうです。
I mean, definitely in this game, that's for sure. Seems to help a lot of people. I suppose. This only was a typical thing to do. The seashore on a day as cold as today didn't seem like a place for lovers, though. Wouldn't it be prettier if we went into the evening?
そうかもですが、
What is it?
すっかり忘れていました。
Oh, as she said that, she pulled out a key. Is that the key to the rooftop? Did, like, Kay send it to you in the mail or something?
夕方ということで思い出しましたが、今朝、井村さんがこれをレンジ君にあげると。
I'm gonna guess this is something that, makes a lot of, like, sense in Japanese and is really cool. But, I don't know Japanese, so if someone wants to explain this who does know Japanese, feel free. Because I'm sure it's one of those things that's supposed to be really symbolic. But yeah, I don't know what the meaning behind that is. What's it for? I took it from her and inspected it. It didn't seem to be a house key.
学校の屋上の合鍵だそうです。
Of course. Huh?
夕方に屋上に登ると街並みがとても綺麗なんだそうです。後で見に行きましょう。
Sounds good to me. Hey, but why did he have it?
どうしてでしょう。
She tilted her head in wonderment. He's one mysterious person.
そうですね。でもなんだかこの鍵は風習なのだそうです。
Yeah, apparently. Hopefully people wash their hands when they use this thing. Tradition?
あの学校では気が向いた時や卒業する時などにこの屋上の鍵を誰かに渡していくのだそうです。
There's a tradition like that? I wasn't very social, so I had never heard of it. Regardless, there is more fresh fuel added to the mystery that was mystery more. Well, let's go to the beach now, then to the school by evening.
はい。
The good old beach, of course. You gotta love it. I love how we're still holding hands too, even better. I knew it'd be in the first place, but it was cold. He stood there absent-mindedly. It was like a teenage movie gone bad. Well, like, gone great.
寒すぎます。
Like, we're having a great day, what do you mean? It won't help even if you tell me so. Without thinking, I smiled when I saw their white breath. This rigid coldness could only become whimsical. The roar of the waves only made me shiver more. Come to think of it, the weather forecast said it might snow sometime tonight.
雪が
Oh, that'd be great. I love snow. That's what they said. Unusual, huh?
すごいです。
Right, Chihiro? I'm with you, girl. Her eye glittered. Yeah, it would be nice, but it might interfere with our date. No, it'd make it better. We can like make snowman and then do the snow angels and have a snowball fight. Be awesome. What do you mean? Have a snow date.
困るけど綺麗です。雪見たかったので降ってくれると嬉しいです。
Oh, Chihiro. Yeah. I nodded in agreement. She suddenly held my hand even more strongly. Cold?
寒すぎます。
I know.
でも恋人はこんなところに来てどうするんですか？
She tilted her head. I thought about what situation would warrant it. They might come because they have nothing else to do.
何もすることがないから？
I wonder if you remember.
何をですか？
Aw, yeah, when she told us about her condition. I pulled her in without saying anything. Aw. Aw. Oh, my heart. I hugged her tightly. I acted like she might run away for a moment, but that was probably a reflex. Aw, Chihiro. She immediately calmed down and set her head on my shoulder. Like a day once before. This time we hugged as true lovers. Because there's nothing to do, and it's cold. If we do this...
恥ずかしいです。
Do we stop? Timidly, her hands reached for my back. Oh, that's good. Her hands took at my back as I wandered, as though they didn't know where to go. It was pleasant. It was warm and soft. It smelled nice. I really tried to be seen by someone, but I didn't really care. Darn freaking right. I just didn't want to let go of her. Chihiro? I whispered into her ear. I love you. Aww. Look at a little blush, too.
私も大好きです。
Oh, she said it back. Both of us giggled. Oh, perfect. Did I sound like a lover?
はい、
Nice.
バッチリです。
With a smile across her face, she took my hand as our bodies parted. Oh.
そろそろ学校に行きましょう。
Yeah. I wanted to hold her more, to hold her longer, but we didn't have time. I took a sidelong glance at the sun over the ocean. It was still bright, but it was slowly dropping. Dark clouds seemed to be brewing beyond it. Maybe it was hinting at our future. Renji, why? We were having a nice moment. Why you gotta remind me of the present time scene? Please stop. I wouldn't mind if the sun never set. Oh, if it were always bright. The bad vibes are rising again. There'd be no sense of loneliness. It would be a world of infinite opportunities. Such a place would be fine by me. Wouldn't it be nice if tomorrow never came? Oh, why? She stared at me. Then she averted her eyes as though lamenting that response, and picked her head back up.
そんなこと言ってはいけません。明日は今日よりいい日かもしれないじゃないですか。
Oh. Oh, Chihiro. And why did you have to remind me? It was such a sweet, wholesome moment, too, and then he talked about that. Now I'm worried all over again. We walked towards school without saying much along the way. And Sunset immediately hurried us along once we left the beach. Both of us were aware of how much time was left. It wasn't that we had nothing to talk about. We have so much to say and not enough time to say it. Today we had to decide what was important and what we would tell each other. Such a rush. At the same time, we also might have felt things were fine as they were. When I looked at Chihiro, she responded with only a smile. The warmth of her firmly clasped hands might be enough. No, that was just an excuse. Time was running out. Oh, jeez. I loved Chihiro, and I had to keep telling her that. Properly. I had to show her for both my words and actions. That's how it always was. If you love someone, want to make friends, and want to make your dreams come true, just by thinking so, the time should naturally come where it will happen. For the longest time, I decided to be alone for the sake of the girl who disappeared in my childhood. I decided to stay a child. It was a foolish choice. An incorrect choice. It was just another convenient excuse. The girl walking beside me allowed me to certify that. I had irresponsibly made the first move, but she showed her own strength. She accomplished what she should have. She did what she wanted to do. With her ability, her handicap, her circumstances. She may have gotten lost on the way, but she made the choices. That was why we were here. I opened the heavy metal door. She looked up and admired the sky. I too was captivated by that red color as I stood on the roof. Wow, the view from here was amazing. The school was at a high position within the city, and its roof was even higher. The unobstructed red of the sky was in full view. I had to thank Mr. Imura for this later.
そうですね。
We finally looked down and smiled at each other. At some point, we had to let go of each other, but it couldn't be helped this time. Chihiro walked around the roof as though she were in a daze. There's no fence here? I was surprised since it was my first time setting foot up here. That was probably why the area was off limits.
すごいすごい。
Oh, well, Chihiro's really happy. Don't get too close to the edge! Yeah, we have enough to worry about, Chihiro. We don't need more things to cause problems, okay? She was such high spirits that she could accidentally fly right off the roof. Yeah, let's not jinx that. The wind was strong. If one stood too close to the edge...
大丈夫ですよ。
I don't believe you. Get back over here. Well, okay. I wasn't very good with heights. I just stood in the middle of the roof and stared back up at the sky. It really is amazing. I relaxed my shoulders and puffed a white breath at the sky. From here, I might be able to reach. Chihiro, you're not falling, are you? Huh? It was so loud, I thought it was someone other than Chihiro for a moment. I looked at what was going on with her. Chihiro? She was blankly gazing at the sky without moving an inch. What's wrong? Then why'd you just scream? She bent her head to the side and held out her hands towards the sky. Then, like a sign, something grazed my cheek. Something white danced with the wind. Oh, it's snowing! It appeared in an instant. This is...
雪です。
Ah, perfect, let's go! The snow! Her wish came true. She called out loudly. Oh, that was so cute. Perfect. What was she laughing about? She danced among the white petals fluttering through the clear red sky. It was a miraculous scene, like nothing in this world. I couldn't believe it, but the petals were certainly cold to the touch. It really was snow. Chihiro's hair and skirt fluttered about. It looked like she was dancing without moving. Then the wind stopped blowing. The snowflakes hung in the air for a moment. They wrapped around her like fireflies. Oh. 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 Oh, it's freaking amazing CG. Love this image. Absolutely beautiful. She spread her arms like she was trying to hug them. It was like she was conducting them, like she was using magic.
晴れてるのにすごいです。
Oh, Chihiro. Kazahana. I recalled what knowledge I had. Kazahana was snow that flickered in during clear weather. It usually occurred in mountainous regions or at high altitudes where accumulated snow flew down of the wind. That must be it. I remember the dark clouds we saw at the beach. They're probably going to snow in the city later tonight. Oh, that's what it was foreshadowing. Okay, that's fine then. Oh, that had me really worried. Okay, foreshadowing the snow is fine. I believe those dark clouds symbolized our close future. Right after I say that, really, Renji? Really? However, at the whim of our city's characteristic ocean breeze, snow alone went on ahead. Could tomorrow possibly be a better day than today?
レンジ君と冬に出会えてよかった。
Oh, me too, Chihiro. She spoke briefly. Her eye was fixed on me. All this while her body was clad in white sprites. was informing me that she was glad this could all end in such a breathtaking phenomenon. Chihiro? Oh. So pretty. I love you. I told her my feelings. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and forevermore, I'll love you. Oh. I was taken over by my feelings. She looked blankly.
どうしましょう。最後になってきちんと言われてしまいました。
She smiled but looked troubled. What?
私たちはお別れした方がいいと思うんです。
You mean just for the day, right?
こんな綺麗な終わり方はないと思うんです。
You mean just for the day, right?
ここで終わっておけばいいんです。思い出だけで。この先は汚いから。
Well, that's fine, Chihiro. We're not playing the all ages version.
今一瞬飛び降りたくなりました。
Yeah, please don't do that. She smiled powerfully in the red glow. I don't think this is very fitting. I've admired such endings, but I answered honestly. That was the story I'd seen in my dreams. When this day ended, Hero intended to disappear before me. There was certainly a clean ending, but this wasn't the right way to end it. It really didn't suit me. I had to struggle more miserably, crawl through the dirt, and bitterly cry out in anger. With honor unabashed. Clumsily. I love you. All I could do was repeat it. If I could do nothing else, I could just repeat it. Oh. Oh. I was unable to reply as I stood before her, motionless. She just gazed up at me, with a childish gaze. A gaze mixed of anxiety and anticipation.
寒いです。
It was a sign of loneliness. Oh, I reached my hand out to my princess's cheek. Oh, my princess. As always, she shook in surprise. But she leaned into my hand.
そっか。そういえばレンジ君は強情だったんですね。
You better believe I am. Not as stubborn as you.
私は素直です。
Potato potato. Can I kiss you?
ダメです。キスは恋人がするものです。
Can I be your lover? So I can kiss you? I am your lover.
そういう時は黙ってキスするんです。
That's true.
そうです。
We awkwardly smiled and closed our eyes like it was all according to plan. Softly. Gently. Oh. Perfect. Our lips met, guided by a warm breath. A charming noise escaped her mouth. Our first kiss was a little different than I had imagined. The feeling of our lips coming together was a much lighter sensation than I thought it would be. But it was warm and comforting. Chihiro softly cried out. Her actions and responses were rather childish, but her breathing and flushed face were those of an adult. My head was spinning from that lack of balance. Her bright red face, she broke away. What's wrong?
してし
Oh.
まいました。
Yes, you did, Chihiro. Did what? With my hand still cradling her cheek, I teased her a bit.
初めてキスを。
Such a pure answer, my shoulders began to feel weak. Me too. With that honest admission, our faces drew close once more. Instead of just touching lips, I put some force into it. I moved my hand from her cheek and ran it through her hair. She leaned backwards slightly. I held her lower waist so our bodies wouldn't separate. To feel her breast against me.
レン
There was a fragrant air surrounding us, mostly caused by her sweet breath. Oh dang, see, we're doing the tongue kissing now. We're doing the good old tongue kissing now, huh? I instinctively extended my tongue. She offered protest, but the resistance in her lips was over as fast as it had started. We had no idea what we were doing, so we simply did what felt natural, intertwined as we wore. My tongue could feel the moisture as it invaded her mouth. There was something I had only heard of before. The sensation of our lips meeting was completely different than I had imagined it to be. A few wet sounds mingled with our peaceful kissing. Without a care for how tainted our mouths became, we each indulged in the other's lips and tongue. The tepid sensation of her mouth. The smoothness as our teeth collided. Due to our embrace, I could hear Chihiro gulp down her saliva. Her back and waist trembled. I wasn't sure if I could maintain control of myself, so I pulled back. Chihiro's tongue chased mine and licked my lips. She slowly opened her gleaming eyes as though she were entranced. With her eye fixated upon my face, she slowly regained her reasoning. She then promptly turned bright red. I smiled. It's likely that my heart was pounding even more than this feverishly blushing girl before me. It had just been a moment, but the charm of Chihiro's tongue sticking from her mouth was burned into my eyes. I had strengthened my feelings of desire. Well, we also did the French kissing, but you know. Yeah. I nodded, also realizing it. It was so cold here, yet her cheeks and the nape of her neck maintained a light sweat. I traced my hand down from her ear to her neck. Sorry, it just happened. I blurted out, confused like an idiot. Oh, it's okay, I don't mind. No, I'm sorry too. He laughed like it was a joke, and when I tried to separate from her, Chihiro reached out and wouldn't let me go. Chihiro? I mean, as long as you want to. I considered what that meant, then peered into her eye. She stared straight at me with an unwavering gaze. Must see. She tightly grabbed my clothing as a child would. She was desperately petitioning me. I desired her. No, that's probably all the more reason. Chihiro? I was determined not to run away from this moment either. I love you. I firmly embraced her. It might hurt, but right now, I didn't want to let her go. I just had a bit too much fried fish. Yours is too. Oh, that was cute. We both laughed and hugged each other a while longer. It was cold on this roof, but I still felt mysteriously warm. I could hear a gentle breathing by my ear. I wondered if she was listening to me breathe as well, and felt a little embarrassed. Oh, thank you. We were both exploring each other's backs, clumsily tracing the line of our bodies. Her body was slender yet soft. I brushed from her side to her waist, and she sounded like she got a chill. Did I stop? She put more strength into her arms. Our emotional desire grew, and whether it was impure or natural, our physical desire also grew. After I kissed her neck, I reached for the buttons on her outfit. Oh. Might be time to cut soon. I unfastened them from the top down. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, that's still good. From her neck to her collarbone, to her cleavage, to her abdomen, I exposed the white skin little by little. Yeah. The skin quickly turned a tinge of red, and I knew my cheeks were ablaze. No, it's just a sunset, it's fine. It seemed to be shivering from tension and excitement rather than the cold, as I reached for her breasts. What's wrong? Huh? Seemed bashful, but would you call her actions bold or a little off? Well, I mean, is she wrong? Oh, well, okay. I reached into her open clothing. The process of reaching into her clothes made me hot to the very core of my brain. Her breathing was captivating. My fingers clung to her sweaty skin. I somehow undid the hook on her bra. Alright, well, I'll be right back after, we do the good old tango on the roof, just like how Kyosuke and Kei did the tango on the roof. Again, I hope people watch this keep, okay? I'm just saying. Alright. So yeah, first we did a little bit of the foreplay, and then after that, we did some finger techniques, and then Chihiro decided she wanted to become a cowgirl, so yeah, she did that. And yeah, during that, I started to get worried because I thought about how, like, what if the memory defect comes up in the middle of us doing that? Thankfully that didn't happen, but I started getting worried about that. I started thinking about that. And then, yeah, I was a little bit worried for a minute, but no, we're all good, so that's good. But yeah, I almost started having some dark thoughts, like how Renji had dark thoughts earlier about what happens if we have a kid and all that. But yeah, thankfully we were good. And then we splooged inside. And then at the end, it's kind of funny because we kind of reference back to the after the date when we were eating. And he's like, "You need tissues?" And she's like, "Nah, I brought some." Had a pretty good laugh at that. It was pretty funny. Yeah, now we're here. We walked through the illuminated school. I confirmed it was around 7 p.m. while Chihiro got dressed. Are you happy, Chihiro? What? Aw, I love you too. Mm-hmm. Walking along. Oh, it's so cute. I get it already. Aw, come on, Reggie. I responded with a grin. She kept saying I love you over and over and pestered me for kisses. What kind of change had she gone through? Or was she like this from the start? It was embarrassing, so I could only respond curtly. It was kind of unreal, but I kept walking. I was feeling comfortably fatigued. Yes, Chihiro? What? Oh! Oh, nice. I love it. Complete with sound effects, she stood on her tiptoes and clung to me. I like how Reggie heard the sound effects. Oh, wait a second. Okay, never mind. She forcibly snatched my lips once more. Oh, Chihiro. Jeez. I was very happy. Really good to see her like that and just so cheerful. Like, again, very content. Like, man, again, that beach and that rooftop do a lot of good things for people. We should go somewhere and open a window to get out. The doors are already locked. We didn't have much choice. What? I thought you was gonna ask for another kiss, but you simply stared at me.
まだ今日です。
What you mean?
もうちょっとだけ一緒にいてください。
Oh, that's what you mean. Ah. I caught on a little late. Me too, Renji. She was smiling. It was hard to see in the dark, but I could tell something from her expression.
深夜の学校でのデートというのも綺麗です。寒いですけど。
Somehow, a strange, ominous premonition crossed my mind, but I shook it off. Oh, jeez, why? Yeah, we might get in trouble later, but let's do it. Let me get a strange, ominous premonition. She smiled peacefully. Oh? We wandered about, but ended up settling into the familiar library room. Are we sitting on the floor against the wall, not like on one of the desks? There was no possibility we get caught, so we left the lights off. We couldn't read, so we just snuggled up to each other. I'm sure hungry.
そうですね。
Can we bring food? We both nodded.
やっぱりレンジ君にお弁当を作ってきてもらえばよかったです。
Oh, I guess that answers that. You can next time.
はい。今度はピクニックとかいいです。原っぱでのんびりと。
Yeah, picnic would be great, but apparently, for some reason, you're not here anymore in the present time. It sounded like she was slowing down, so I took a close look at her. Are you sleepy?
ちょっとだけですが。
Do you usually go to bed around this time? It was about 9 p.m. The light of my cell phone shined faintly into the darkness. It was like a firefly.
そうですね。あまりすることもないですし、日が変わる前には。それに昨日は勉強してて夜も遅かったので。
I see. You must have been up late reading romance novels. How charming. What time do you normally wake up?
いつもは7時。遅いと8時くらいまでは寝てます。
Dang. You sleep quite a bit, huh?
そうですか？冬はどうも苦手で。
Well, if you want to sleep, it's fine. I positioned myself so she could use my shoulder as a pillow.
いえ、今はいいです。すごく幸せで。寝ちゃうのがもったいないので。
Is that so? As long as you're happy, Chihiro. Aw. We kissed softly. They were the only ones in the library. 10 p.m. Game, what is this? The flop game? I didn't do that. Chihiro slouched over and peered at me as I held my waist.
痛いですか？
No, not really. She seemed pretty worried, so I stretched my arms and laughed. I wasn't exactly experienced, but I expected as much from messing around on top of the cold concrete.
そうですか。ですよね。
She cast her eyes down and her cheeks flared. She must have been remembering it. I approached her neck and kissed it. Her sweat had already completely dried, and her smooth skin smelled sweet. You're cute.
意地悪。
Oh, sorry. I'm praising you.
私もです。
Okay, I see. Oh, we chuckled. We whispered to one another. Come to think of it, there was something on my mind.
何ですか？
What's it like underneath that eye patch? It couldn't hurt to ask. Maybe it's my privilege as a boyfriend.
確か何もないですよ。
Nothing?
はい。
What does that feel like?
変な感じです。
Can I see? Oh no, why do I feel like this is about to get really bad?
ダメです。
Okay, it's fine. No matter what?
女の子の秘密です。
I see the maidenly secrets. I see. Oh, that smile though. A bee might really shoot out after all. I close my eyes, there's such a joke in my mind. Oh, why is it doing this? There's still one more hour. 11 p.m. Oh no. Game, please stop. We got sick of sitting and wandered to the library. I walked in between a few owls and browsed the book spines. I just feel so tense about what's gonna happen. So tense and very concerned and extremely apprehensive. Pierre was curiously looking around the library, but suddenly stopped and stared at the clock. He looked dreadfully serious. Because there's only one more hour left. What's wrong?
いえ、
You sure? You sounded uneasy. Would it be better if you went home after all?
そうじゃないんです。違うんです。
She shook her head back and forth. What was it? I followed her eye. The clock. The clock said it was 11 p.m.
まだ今日です。
Well, today. Impatience mingled in her voice.
あと1時間あります。
I see. That's when I realized. We met at 9 a.m. and it was 11 p.m. now, so... Yep, one more hour. An hour from after we met this morning had already disappeared from her memory. Oh. Will today be a better day than yesterday? 12 a.m. It was now the next day. We silently stared at the minute and hour hands which overlapped on the 12. And just like that, a new day had begun.
過ぎてしまいました。
Are you good? Yeah. The trial period has passed, but we became true lovers, so it's alright. I replied as comfortably as possible. Somehow my voice felt like it wasn't mine.
そうですね。
She smiled sweetly. I prayed in my mind for today to be a better day than yesterday. Became talkative 1 a.m. Chihiro became talkative. We had many conversations about books, movies, and more. The morning was still far off. 2 a.m. There was nothing more to talk about. We cuddled up and just thought about the passing, disappearing time. The clock's needle was like a knife. It was agonizing. The second hand felt like it was cutting through my body with every tick. I feel you, Renji. Hero. He was looking at the clock as I did before. He noticed me looking at her and grinned. I was glad it was winter. Morning was still far off. Oh. That's why winter's so important, because yeah, the days get longer. That's really good thematic writing, but oh my jeez. That made it more depressing. All the memories are returned. Chihiro started reading a notebook a while ago. Occasionally she'd smile. For some reason she would look up at me with her eye narrowed. Her face looked lonely. When I asked her what she was doing, a troubled smile crossed her face and she answered, I want to read over everything that's happened since I met you. I had guessed so. It was like looking at a photo album. I leaned against her and we started reading from the beginning of the notebook. The fun things, the happy things, the sad things, the scary things. I wanted to share all the feelings I felt that weren't written in that notebook. 4 a.m. The ceiling never changed. I had no idea how much time had passed. He passed the time enjoying herself as he read her diary. And just like little birds, they kissed many times as though it were essential to life itself. 5 a.m., her memories disappeared. I see. I didn't want to click enter, honestly. 2 hours had passed while she updated her notebook. Rubbed her eye repeatedly. It would have been unreasonable to tell her not to push it. I couldn't say anything. I frantically counted back in my mind. 5 a.m. How much had disappeared? I couldn't put my thoughts in order anymore. There was simple addition and subtraction, and yet, after 2 or 3 minutes, I finally understood. Everything up to 4 p.m. yesterday had disappeared. What were we doing at that time? Oh, that was when we headed to school. A movie, our conversation at the coffee shop, what we did at the beach. Everything up until we visited the school had disappeared. Shouldn't have thought about it. My chest felt empty. Dang, man. Oof. I don't want to keep going. I want it to end here. Anything and everything. I want it to end while I was still happy. I could understand Chihiro's feelings now. The harsh time limit drew near. 1 more hour. I couldn't believe that up to yesterday at 5 p.m. it disappeared. That sunset, that miraculous snow, and the feelings I confess. Oh. Yeah. 6 a.m. she smiled gently and we parted. I see. I didn't want to press enter again. Hero? He stood up. I slowly stood up as well. My body ached from sitting all that time. I was hungry and thirsty. My body and mind were worn out from both sleepiness and the torture of watching the time pass. Is it about time to go home? I was faintly hopeful.
そうですね。
Her voice was clearly happy. However, I couldn't look at her face. I couldn't, no matter what. I didn't want to see that gentle smile.
お別れですね。
I see. A shy voice. No.
これだけはレンジ君が強情でもダメです。
But... please? No.
ごめんなさい。
Please don't apologize. If she was going to apologize, then she should have just stayed with me. My eyes burned as I looked straight into her own. The light from the sky as it changed colors shone in. She really was smiling.
ずっと決めていたんです。あの話が書き終わったらって。さっきも屋上でこんな会話を交わしたんですよね。
You did, yes.
忘れちゃったけど。
Oh. You write that down in the notebook? Smiled like an angel.
レンジ君の前から消えようって決めてたんです。
I don't want you to disappear, though.
思い出に残らないようにそっと静かに人魚姫が泡になるように消えようと思ったんです。
Aww. The Little Mermaid, huh? A cheerful voice.
でも私は弱いからこうしてデートをしてしまいました。
You're not weak at all, Chihiro.
これじゃあ人魚姫じゃなくてシンデレラです。
That's fine. It would be presumptuous to suggest that I was the prince.
違うんです。レンジ君。
She calmly interrupted me and shook her head.
私は幸せでした。
Oh.
とてもとても幸せでした。私はレンジ君のことが好きです。
Oh. I love you too, Chihiro.
苦しいくらい大好きなんです。だから好きですと言えるうちにお別れさせてください。
Why? The answer was obvious. Very soon, that feeling of hers would fade away. I knew that, and it overwhelmed me.
レイジ君は私のためにいろいろなことをしてくれました。ずっと諦めていた小説を書かせてくれました。
Did a fantastic job.
制服を着て学校に行けるようにしてくれました。あの寒い、どこにも行き場のない駅から私を連れ出してくれました。
Oh.
本当は私、寒さと寂しさで泣きそうだったんです。最初に会った時、上を向いていたのは泣きそうだったからです。
I remember.
そんな私をあなたは抱きしめてくれました。ぬくもりをくれました。
Smile.
だから私はレイジ君にも幸せになってほしい。
Oh, thank you, Chihiro. The smile was terrible enough on its own.
嫌いだから消えるんじゃないんです。私にもレンジ君を幸せにする方法があったんです。何もできないはずの私がそれを見つけることができました。だから笑ってください。褒めてください。いつもみたいに。
Oh.
笑ってお別れしてください。
Accept her request, reject it. But is this a choice? Game, please stop. Game, please have you not hit my feels enough? Goodness gracious. Oh, my eyes too. One sec. I don't. Is this a choice? Oh, you know what? No. No. That was my answer. That's right. I don't want you to disappear. And also, I can't smile. I'm too busy crying. You might forget, but I still hold everything in my own memory. I love you. I can't accept something so foolish. It was like watching over a selfish child. He wouldn't listen to what I had to say, right up to the last moment. You really are the stubborn one.
そうでしたね。
You smiled.
ごめんなさい。
Oh, no. Tears floated to her eye. They immediately overflowed down her cheek. Kira? She desperately tried to hold them back.
本当にわがままばかりで許してください。
That's not true at all, Chihiro. After she wiped her eyes, she took her notebook out of her pocket and placed it in my hand. There was a cold sensation remaining from her tears. There was her diary from the past month. When she gave us the diary, in essence, it was her entire memory since the day we met. I see. It was incredibly easy to understand the significance of her relinquishing it.
ここに最後の物語を残しました。
Oh. There's another part of the story? Story?
私がいなくなったら読んでください。
My hands, my wards. Why couldn't they reach her? No, that's not it. I whispered so softly that even I couldn't hear it. My mind was torn. There was something different. It had to be Renjiaso. Why weren't you speaking up? Was it all just fate? Thinking such tragic thoughts. You're using your handicap as an excuse. You're pretending you have no backbone. Was it conceited to think you could reach this girl who lived off everything she had? I was right. I wasn't the one standing still. I was.
何かまだいっぱい言いたいことがあるみたいですが、もうちょっとすると大泣きしてみっともなくなるので帰ります。
She was composed as always, save for her voice. He took several steps back. Oh,
さようなら。
he bowed quickly. Hi, Chihiro.
ありがとうございました。
Oh, my heart. Then she left. Everything works this way. Time flows on. Memories disappear. I wasn't sure if it was a desk or a chair, but I slammed something with my fist. That's understandable. A child was crying somewhere far in the distance. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that got me crying heavy. Oh my gee. One sec. My eyes again. Fuck. Ooh, okay, this is even heavier than it was at the start. Mom didn't say anything to me about staying out all night. She just asked me if I'd eaten. I shook my head. Unable to say any more, I returned to my room and promptly fell asleep. I slept like I had died. It's been written that sleep is a natural state for humans, and that being awake is unnatural. I wrote that. That sounded about right. After all, this world was incredibly cruel. Unable to reset, fatal wound or not, I had to keep going. That night, I got a phone call from Mizuki. Oh, I don't know if even you can cheer me up right now, to be honest. I couldn't really remember what we talked about. Most likely, I simply nodded as she calmly spoke to me. Oh, that's the day it started, isn't it? That's the day when the chapter started. Before I knew it, I had told her everything. Why I told her, I didn't know. She had changed somewhat from her old self.
ねえ、彼女と会ったこと、後悔してる？
Oh, yep, it is. That's what she asked us that first time when it started, so yeah. And then he said he did regret it. She asked me that after I told her everything. There was the dead of a winter night. I stood perfectly still in this dry chill which was stealing the heat from beneath me. Even so, it was a lovely moonlit night. It was serene, like being in a desert of silver salt. Well, it is such a quiet night that I could embrace that it had ended.
聞いちゃダメだった？
My cousin, Mizuki Hayama, spoke once more, probably because I had neglected to reply. No. Regret?
そう、後悔。
Let me think. I questioned it within my very heart. I thought about the days I spent with her, and about our separation. Yeah, I think I do. I replied honestly. Well, I'm gonna say, I disagree with you, Renji. I don't. That was very sad and heartbreaking, and it got me crying, and it was very depressing, but I don't regret meeting Chihiro. She was awesome. I replied honestly. I wonder what would have happened if we had met under different circumstances, or if there was more I could have done. Or it might have been if I had more strength. I hate ever such vexing, painful thoughts.
レンジ、今笑ってる？
Why?
声がそんな感じだったから。
I regret it though. Our time together wasn't even that happy. Again, I replied honestly. And I was able to answer instantly.
そっか。そっか。みんな頑張ってるんだね。
Everyone?
こっちの話。もう遅いし電話代もかかるから切るね。
Bye, Mizuki.
今度遊びに行くからおばさまにもよろしくって伝えておいて。
I will. Thanks, Mizuki.
え？ありがとうって何が？
This phone call, you were worried about me. I forcibly grinned. My usually annoying cousin never used to be so considerate.
んなわけないでしょ。おやすみ、レンジ。
Good night, Mizuki. And then we read the diary. The phone beeped 3 times, confirming the end of the call. It was a lovely moonlit night. I do regret it. My voice shook. The backs of my eyes and the lining of my throat burned. I began to think this feeling of regret would never end. It didn't seem like I could sleep. My body was chilled through. I wanted to curl right up in bed and sink into unconsciousness. My heart ached and I was wide awake. Yep, there it is. I fetched a notebook from my pocket. The notebook she gave me as we parted. Her precious memories. They were embedded within. Let's recall them one by one. Here was a tale I was personally involved in. I had reread it many times and committed it to memory. Much was written on the first page, in beautiful, soothing writing.
昨日の私から今日の私へ。
It truly was a beautiful moonlit night. I gazed at the night sky through the window.
眠れないの？
No, Mom. Mom spoke to me. Had you been up this whole time?
電気もつけないで文字を読んでると目が悪くなるわよ。
No, I want to be in the darkness. You're right. I'm already done, though. It was over. Yesterday's events, now the day before yesterday's events, seemed distant. I read the final story that remained in her notebook. Then I sighed. Mom didn't say anything. Could I have told her about it? No, there was nothing to be said. However, there was one thing I had to mention. Hey, I received a career survey. The deadline is soon. I got it a while ago.
うん。
I felt like running away, but she calmly nodded. Did you know?
うん。ほら、料理教室で。
No. Of course she knew. There was no way she wouldn't have those gossiping wives around. I see. You knew.
うん。
I replied as little as possible. Though she was always restless, she waited quietly for me. Perhaps she had always waited for me. What do you want to become? Didn't even ask that. We fumbled along together. I think I'm hopeless. I clenched my fist. Since I had awakened from my dream, I could now plant my feet into reality. I had always thought that I didn't have any special talents. I was convinced of that. I stopped being serious. I felt regret, gave up, and might have thrown everything away. But
でも、今はそうじゃないんでしょ？
she gently smiled.
応援するよ。
Oh, thanks, Mom.
早く寝なさいね。風邪ひいちゃうから。おやすみなさい。
It's killing me. The next day, I submitted the career survey. I wrote novelist and nothing more. The teacher scowled. Once he saw the look in my eyes, he accepted it without a word. Better not scowl at me. I was now determined. Winter break came. I studied as hard as I could. Not for school, of course. My grades were in the red zone. Instead, I reread all the novels I own. You might probably want to still study a little bit for school too, just saying. Up until now, I'd just been skimming. When I read them more carefully, they were packed with surprising discoveries. How to write characters, methods of expression, speech, organization, and conclusions. Little by little, I noticed it was because of my own story. I spent much more time in the library when the new term began. First off, I wrote a story in my own special way.
千尋が書いている物語と真剣に向き合え。
Reach the conclusion before she does.
なんであいつがそんな話を書いているのか。どうしてそんな物語になってしまったのか。
I see.
それを考えろ。千尋よりも先に
Yep,
結末にたどり着け。
there it is. I remembered some nostalgic words. So this is it.
まだです。レンジ君が読んで問題なければ完成です。私だけじゃなくて、二人で書いてきたものですから。
And In that case, I thought this was incomplete. No, this was Chihiro's story. I had to prepare my own ending for the girl in the story. I didn't care if people thought it was unsightly or poorly written. It didn't even matter whether they were right or not. It would have been foolish to accept no bumps along the path anyway. I just had a goal I wanted to reach someday. I wanted to touch people's hearts, to be proud of my own heart, and to regain hers. Yeah, for sure, definitely. That sort of goal. I pushed on, aiming to write my own story. On a whim, I went to the school rooftop. The key Mr. Imura handed down to me was useful and I wanted to be alone. There, I read the notebook Chihiro had given me. On the final page was a story I hadn't noticed when we read it together. There was a final confession she left behind the day before our date. Oh, Chihiro?
実は昨日教会に行ってきたんです。神様なんて信じていなかったのに。でも祈ってきました。どうかどうかどうか私の思いが記録ではなく記憶になるようにと。
Oh.
麻生蓮司さん、私はこの手帳をあなたに預けようと思います。あなたと出会ってから今日までの記録を。万が一奇跡が起こったのなら。
Really hope it does, Chihiro.
でも
Oh, no.
おそらくそんなことはないでしょう。
No, no, I hope it does.
明日の私はあなたを傷つけるはずです。だからこの手帳をあなたに預けます。
That's why she did that, huh?
もう私と関わり合いたくないときはこの手帳を捨ててください。
I will never, ever throw this notebook away then.
個人的にですが私はその方がいいと思います。
Personally, I disagree.
だけどこんな夢を願ってはいけないのに。もしもずっとこんなバカで本当にどうしようもない私を好きでいてくれるのなら
You really hear how hard she's breaking down, too.
また会ってもらえるならこの手帳を記憶を私に返してください。
We're gonna get a happy ending after all.
この手帳を読めば明日以降の私も納得すると思います。
Oh, please.
私はあなたのものになります。どんなにひどいことをされてもいいと思います。私はそれにふさわしい傷をあなたに与えるだろうから。どちらを自分が望んでいるのか本当に
Chihiro.
心のどこかで今の自分のこんな苦しみがいつか消えてしまうことを知って、どちらを自分が望んでいるのか本当によくわかりません。心のどこかで今の自分のこんな苦しみがいつか消えてしまうことを知っていて、まるで自分の足で立ててなくて悩んでいられる時間すらなくて、あなたのことを好きになってしまって。
I fell in love with you. I'm sorry. Before winter was over, I had to finish rewriting the story of the last girl alive in the world somehow. Oh,
行っちゃうの？
girl from our dreams. You whispered in that finished world. The dream of a sheep. Dream of the girl I couldn't protect. You're my dream. I answered with determination. Here was a convenient girl. There were convenient wards. There was a convenient escape. This is just the world I wanted to create. With every declaration, the world began to blur around me.
それはいけないことなの？
Probably very good. I was beyond foolish to have forgotten that. The world was far more beautiful in the first place. Despite the sorrow he feels, we try to reach for that unattainable sky. But it's all the more reason not to use your dreams as excuses. I won't forget you. I wouldn't forget. I just wouldn't use the dream I had lost as an excuse. I love you too, after all. This final dream, the sheep's chain was cut. Oh.
そっか。
She took one step back and smiled.
ねえ、名前を呼んで。
It says question marks. Yeah.
バイバイ、レンジ君。
What's your name? Hi, Mizuki. It was Mizuki. I see. I called out the disappearing girl's name. She dashed, and I could hear her no longer. I turned towards and raced over the broken railroad tracks. That's why I turned towards the station. That day, the station felt so nostalgic. I want to say it had been a long time. I wondered, what if there was a high probability that I had taken some stupid vow all on my own? Even so, I was at ease. Emerging from the crowd, I gazed at the hint of the blue sky. Mr. and Moore was standing outside the station. We had met many times afterwards, but we never talked about her. We just talked about trivial matters. I slowly approached him.
Oh.
Hello. His expression was somewhat mysterious. Neither of us greeted the other. He nodded at something. His usual villainous smile popped onto his face, and he pointed towards the station. He said his villainous smile. I never once thought of his smile as villainous. Dang, Ranger. Isn't this the crow song she started the chapter singing? A nostalgic Japanese song. The pebbles on the ground were cluttered like constellations. I quietly walked through the station. It was like reliving that spectacle. It was there. He appeared to be holding something or staring blankly into the sky. It was much like an exposed fledgling. The commotion from in front of the station could be heard far off in the distance. I stood still and waited for her to notice me. Hello. Long time no see. Hey.
どうも。
How have you been? She greeted me a step behind. She had a brand new notebook and paperback sitting on her lap. Am I interrupting something?
いえ。
After observing my face a while, she put her belongings into her pocket and stood up slowly. She was a pretty girl. There was no way I could see her as anything but a year younger than me. Okay. I smiled a little. She had forgotten everything. Really, how much time had passed? She was really stubborn in some strange ways.
変なこと聞いていいですか？
Anything you want, Chihiro. Yes?
よくここに来ますか？
A little bit. What to do? I clenched and unclenched my fist and nodded. Time to time.
ここに落とし物がありませんでしたか？
Oh, jeez, it's already getting to me. Lost items?
手帳なんですけど。
Uh-huh.
実は、2、3ヶ月くらい前だと思うんですけど、ここによく遊びに来ていた時期があったらしくて、
Uh-oh.
大切な手帳なんです。
She couldn't explain the situation. Everything came full circle. Interesting. I reached into my pocket and felt the cover of that lost piece of property.
また会ってもらえるならこの手帳を記憶を私に返してください。私はあなたのものになります。
I tightly grasped the notebook and smiled. Sorry, I don't know anything about it. We're not giving it to her?
そうですか。
It was really too bad. She seemed deplored, like she was reading stage directions from a script. This probably wasn't something I should say, but... By the way, if you took off that eye patch, would a beam shoot out? Just like how our mom said. Never mind. It really was trivial.
私に何か用事があるんですか？
No, nothing in particular. I just sort of ended up coming here.
そうですか。
But it might also have been destiny.
縁？
The truth is, I'm aiming to be a novelist.
そうなんですか？
Yes, I am. Yeah, and so, there's a story I would really like someone to read. Is that okay?
私なんかでよろしければ。
Of course I am, Chihiro. She smiled. Rather than the notebook, I pulled out the envelope containing the novel from my bag. I see. That's actually... Yeah, that's a really good idea. That is definitely a better idea. I see, Renji. I got you. Ooh, Nelly. A girl was the only person in the world. Therefore, that made her God. God thought she would make the world much cleaner. She burned all of the pictures. Set fire to the mansion and the castle. She burned all of her memories completely. Lastly, God threw the only trash left in the world from the cliff. Chihiro's answer was agonizingly correct, and at the same time mistaken. She wished to write a story because she thought if she disappeared, there should be something of hers remaining. However, because she didn't really want to disappear, she couldn't write it. She wrote such a story because she wanted to be a girl alone in the world. However, a boy had been introduced. Because joy is the opposite of loneliness, it became a tragedy. In which case, I wrote my own conclusion. Reached the conclusion before she does. The girl was no longer the only person in the world. Therefore, that made her human. Oh. She couldn't become God. Oh. She read the final sentence many times. Oh. Dear story, Chihiro. She started to cry. The tears streamed down her face. I wanted to wipe them away, but she hadn't given the me of today permission. I clenched my fist and withstood it. Oh. Were her feelings too much for her?
これは違うんです。
Yeah. That was... No. Even I didn't know the meaning of those tears.
変なの。
Like it was all a dream, her crying suddenly stopped. She once again set her eyes on the novel. This time she had a very rigid expression. Does anything catch your interest?
途中までは良かったんですけど。最後がひどいですね。
Okay, I see, thanks. I worked really hard on that. Is it? I held back a burst of laughter. I'll end it with the prologue. This was a story that began here. A story about broken memories. Perhaps you could call it a misbegotten fairy tale. Ah, there's a fairy tale theme. It was about piecing back together the scattered memories which she had assembled each day. The sky was so high, I couldn't reach the rim of sun even if I tried. So instead, I reached for what was more important, straight ahead of me. There was a chance that by reuniting with her, yet another tragedy would befall me. If that happened, it may end even more terribly than the last time. And yet, today could possibly be a better day than yesterday. Tomorrow could possibly be an even better day than today. Very true, Renji, yep. Always good to look on the bright side. I tried to believe in a happy ending. We'll begin from the station. Let's go somewhere even more beautiful than that snowy rooftop sunset someday. We would surely be able to. No matter how distant. All because I love her. By the way, can I ask your name? I'm Renji also. Oh. After a moment of bewilderment, she looked at me happily.
私は
Gonna cut off there, yep. Chihiro Shindou. Oh. Dude, oh. Hello? Oh, that was the chapter's ending, huh? Woo. Woo Nelly.
悲しいことですね。なくしてしまった記憶。
Oh, it's doing this again.
二度と取り戻せないなんて。
It's doing the automatic thing again.
取り戻せないわけじゃない。彼女が記憶を失っても、千尋とレンジが過ごした時間が消えてなくなるわけじゃない。跡形もなく消えてしまうものなんて、きっと何もない。
That's good.
形にならないものも、必ずどこかに伝わっていく。そう信じていいんでしょうか。
信じよう。俺たちは信じなくちゃいけない。お前の思いだって消えてないさ。
私の思いだけど、私が失ったものは少なくないんですよ。記憶はほころびだらけで、ところどころにもやがかかってるみたいで、二人で過ごした時間、私がどんな気持ちを抱いていたのか、それすらも遠くに霞んでしまっているんです。
俺が覚えている。お前と過ごした時間を、季節を
Oh.
忘れたことなんてない。
思い出させてくれますか。
I still remember the
思い出してくれ。
you disappearing thing too, by the way.
この記憶は
Yuuko.
俺だけのもんじゃない。
Who cares about
辛
that?
いこともたくさんあったけど、俺とお前にとってかけがえのない思い出だから。
はい。
俺が預かっていた記憶を今から返すよ。
Oh? Yeah, I don't know why it started doing the automatic thing again, because I saw in the settings that apparently...
私はユウコって言います。
Oh, we get a Yuuko story next? Yeah, I saw in the settings that, like, apparently, like, because I saw the advanced NL thing and then the original Minori script thing, and apparently that meant that, like, that's why it goes, like, automatic or not, so I was trying to, like, make sure it didn't do that anymore. But I guess it did anyway, but, yeah, so that was Chihiro's route / chapter, and, whew, yeah, that was an amazing, fantastic route, but goodness gracious, ooh, that was killing me. Oh, we did get a really happy ending though, so that was good. So I was so worried that whole time, because it started in medias res, but then it went a little bit further after that, so that was good. But yeah, Chihiro is awesome. I think she might have ended up, yeah, eclipsing other favorites and became one of my top favorites now. She was really good. I liked all the depth of her character and how, like, it handled her memory defect condition, and also the development of her character as well. I thought that was all done really, really well and very enticingly well as well. It was like everything about Chihiro, like, was really good. I don't even know how to explain how much I really liked that. Like, they handled like how she reacted to her condition with the notebook and everything, how Renji reacted to it, how Yu reacted to it. All of that was done really well. Lots of really great emotional beats also. Yeah, especially near the end, that was killing me. Got me crying like 3 times, I think. Yeah, I'm very glad that it ended happy. That we had the whole little bookend too. I'm a huge fan of that. Like, when stories end the way they start, like how it ended, how it started, like when he met her at the station again, like that, and having a similar conversation. That was like really nice and really well executed. And yeah, like all like really like the little details too, like you saying reach the conclusion before she does, coming back up, and then also Chihiro talked about how glad she was that she was able to meet Renji in winter, and then like when that started making sense near the end when it became like really symbolically written, like symbolically thematic, because yeah, the days and nights get longer in winter. Yeah, so I like how that ended up coming back. Look, that took me a while to realize what they were saying there, but I really like how that came back around too. Lots of really good little details like that. So all in all, really great route. Chihiro is a really great heroine too, for sure. She's a great character. And again, I think I really do like Chihiro and Renji's Renji has a Renji's romance the most so far. Like I liked Miyako's and Hiro's too, and of course let's say Kenji, what the heck, Kyosuke and Kei's as well. But like these two, like they're so like just cute and wholesome together, and then also the fact that they both like to read and write. As a writer myself, I like that a lot because I just find it relatable, and that they're writing a novel also that also relates to me. So there's like some personal involvement too there, but just in general, like it's like two little socially awkward butterflies like making a romance together, and that in particular like was had a really nice resonance to it that I liked a lot. Yeah, I don't have any cons really. All that was like it's like my favorite chapter so far. Is really good, extremely immersive as always, and yeah, just again very enticing. But yeah, so it looks like we're getting Yuko's story next, or maybe we're just gonna get a little bit of it because like again, yeah, let's talk about this real quick. I was gonna stop the video, but I need to cause mention this now because I feel like Yuko should be last. So, and I know Mizuki's on the cover of this on the Ladder Tail game as well. So I feel like she has to be next because Yuko should be last. Like Yuko and you, it only makes sense if they like if it ends with them. So I'm gonna guess we're just gonna get a little bit of this first because like it would only make sense if like because it has to end with them because again like it started with them just like how we had a little bit of the bookend here. It would make sense to do the bookend of Yuko and you as well because it started with them, so it should end with them as well. Yeah, I'll probably just get bits and pieces here. But so yeah, that being said though, I do wonder who the next protagonist will be then. Because with the first tale, we had Hiro at first, and then it switched to Kyosuke. So I'm curious now, like, who this protagonist will be for chapter 4. Yeah, it'll be chapter 4. Because yeah, Hiro had Kyosuke. Renji doesn't really have a friend like that. He was his friend was Chihiro. So like yeah, because he was like alone. But yeah, so I'm curious because he does if it's gonna be like someone we don't know yet or someone we already know. Well, I get because Renji does know Shuichi. That's the only other male in the Ladder Tail aside from Yu himself. So I'm curious who the next protagonist slash hero and pair is gonna be. Oh yeah, speaking of that, yeah, also yeah, so Mizuki was a girl in Dream. I like that too. I also like Renji's development. I forgot to mention this. But yeah, I also like Renji's development too. From like talking about how he was like chasing a dream, like escape, like basically escapism. He was trying to like go into escapism, but eventually he was able to move on and go to reality instead. So I like that too. Like again, that was another little detail because Samira mentioned how his first love was Mizuki, so that was interesting too. That she was actually the girl in the dream. I was thinking that what like it was either just like symbolic, which it still kind of was, but I was thinking it was either somebody who didn't actually exist or that it was Chihiro somehow. But no, it was Mizuki. So yeah, again, lots of little details coming together like that. I always really like and appreciate that. So again, great route. And next time we'll start chapter 4. With all that being said, this is Dragon Force Anime Reviews logging out. Have a nice day or night, and I'll see you guys all next time. Later.